countries. Okay, first, be legal. Some of you, you go abroad, you don't want to do residence permit, you don't want to do permits. How do you intend to work? I was working in a country which is less than 2 million people. Yes, I worked in a country which was less than 2 million people. How did I do it? But there were others who didn't have the job. All right, there were others who were sitting at home. There were others who were even telling me, quit the job, quit the job. This is fact. Beautiful people, welcome back to our page, and thank you so much for joining the page today. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Milton. Please share this video because it might help somebody. And if you need guidance and maybe consultation, please book an appointment with me so I can orientate you and guide you on which country to go depending on the money that you have. Remember, you are not giving this money to me. You are not giving to anybody. I'm just here to guide you and tell you that this is what you need. Now, I want to talk about something very important, and I'm talking about this thing because of my experience. Please do not go to any country in Europe or any Schengen country if you do not go with a study visa or a work visa. Now, I'm going to break it down and use examples so you understand what I'm actually saying. I have said, do not go to any European country without a study visa or a work visa. There are other visas categories you can use to go in, but I'm talking about 75% of people who are going to watch me. This is the advice I can give to anybody. If you want to immigrate to any country, try as much as possible to use a study visa or a work visa. The reason is because when you go into a country with a study visa, a work visa, almost every country will give you access to work as an international student with a study visa. And now you already know that a work visa is a visa you are going to use to work. Without a work contract, you may not be able to travel with a work visa or even apply for the visa. But some countries, you can use the work visa and go to the country before you look for a job. Some employers will do your visa in some petty countries, give you the visa before you travel. Like for example, in North Cyprus, UAE, and all the other places. But I'm talking about Europe. If you want to go to Europe and be successful or maybe be legal, try to use the student visa or the work visa. The student visa will give you access to job. The student visa, even if it's any country that is not really a desired country, you can use the study permit, because when you get to this country, you can use the study permit, then you apply for another visa in that particular country where you are. Okay, but if you do not use any of these two visas I gave you, it is going to be very difficult, because most of these countries, they do not permit visitors. I want to use the visitors visa, for example. If you use a visitor visa and go into most of these countries in Europe, it will be very difficult for you to change that visa status to be a resident or to be a permanent resident. It is going to be very difficult. As of now, only Canada and some few other countries can give you access to change your visitor's visa to another visa. And most of people that I know, most people, when they travel with a tourist visa, they are usually not well informed. And sometimes it is agents and agencies and other people deceiving them. And when you use the tourist visa, go into these countries now, you will later realize that it is going to be hard for you to convert. And what is the tendency? Before you know, you are illegal. And when you are illegal, you are already stuck into this country. That is why you see some people abroad living for almost 4 years, 5 years. They are not successful because of what? They cannot show for anything. Because of what? They used the wrong visa to go in. And when it was difficult for them, they could not return back home because of fear of one or two. And with that visa now, you cannot convert it to residency, and most of the time these people now are illegal. Now, when you are illegal, you cannot go to any other country to apply for a visa, to any other embassy to apply for a visa to go to another country. Because of what? You must present your residence permit if you are not a citizen or a national of that country in which you currently reside. So this is the issue. Always try to apply for a school, then you move with their visa. Some other people can easily convert it if they don't go through the student visa or the work visa. For example, if your parents are in that country, they invite you. But my essence here, or what I'm trying to say is, in case you want to move, try to make sure you go with a study visa or a work visa if you do not have anybody in that country, because it might be very difficult for you to convert your tourist visa. Okay, I'm just saying this, or your Schengen visa, the only visa that gives access to almost everybody to work or do some certain things are work visas and student visas. This is a fact. In some countries, if you are a student and you are not even, let's say, if you, because some countries, they always say that students do not work. But just the fact that you are a student, anybody can employ you in some countries. So now around this conversation, or let me say the summary of everything I'm trying to say in here is that there are certain visas, when you use them and go into certain countries, you can convert those visas to residence permit. For example, student visa, work visas. But anything like tourist visa or sometimes Schengen visa in Europe, it is a no-no. Yes, you will struggle with it. Even if you have to find somebody in the background that can, you understand what I mean. It is going to be a very big hurdle. And before you know, you are spending money and doing up and down. And in developed countries, like in real countries, I'm talking about real countries now, it is difficult to convert such things. Yeah, this is fact I'm telling you. So most of the time, if you know you do not have a family member who is going to invite you and you want to apply for Schengen visa or the tourist visa, use the student visa or the work visa. But the work visa is usually difficult because you need a job offer from abroad, and if you do not get, okay, now I understand everybody is struggling. Some people want to do Odoro. Now if you think you are going for Odoro, those type of issues are great for you, but make sure you can defend yourself. I hope this helps you. Someone inboxed me yesterday and said, Milton, no, it was not an inbox. It was a post I did on this particular page. I dropped this, I think I was talking about Iceland. The person came and said he heard somebody told him that it's difficult to get jobs in Iceland. It is not difficult to get jobs in Iceland. Probably that is why I say we should always do research. First, let me put it this way. There is no country in Europe, there is no country in the European Union, there is no country in the Schengen zone. If you are a student, if you are legal, you will not have something to do. If you are waiting to get jobs in your house, then forget it, don't travel abroad. If you are going abroad because you know why you are moving abroad, you want to change your own destiny, then when you land, get all your legal papers and go chase jobs. If you sit at your home, jobs will not come looking for you. Now, this is my take. You are saying that Iceland does not give job. Do you know the country Iceland? I don't know if it's European Union or whatsoever, but just know that any country which is in Europe, which is close to Switzerland, which is a member with Switzerland, which is also a member with Norway, which is a member of the European Union, just know that these countries, you are going to work in these countries, okay? First, be legal. Some of you, you go abroad, you don't want to do residence permit, you don't want to do permits. How do you intend to work? I was working in a country which is less than 2 million people. Yes, I worked in a country which was less than 2 million people. How did I do it? But there were others who didn't have the job. All right, there were others who were sitting at home. There were others who were even telling me, quit the job, quit the job. This is fact, I'm telling you. You have to use your brain, think. There are people that will discourage you. Like I'm sitting here telling you now, there is no country, quote me anywhere, I said, there is no country in Europe, if you are legal, you will not work, except you are lazy. Jobs don't look for people. You go look for jobs. Jobs will not come looking for you. So you have the choice. It is your choice to decide. If where you are comfortable, excellent. You remain there. If where you are, you want to do business, excellent. You remain there. Nobody is forcing anybody. All of us, we do have life challenges. We have things we want to accomplish. We have things we are going through. We have things we are facing. We know what we want. So it now depends on you. It is now a personal choice. Like I said, if you are watching my videos on YouTube and Facebook, there is no country in Europe, if you are legal, you will not work in. One thing you may face is the language, but like I have always said, if you go to any European country, make sure you study their language, know the language, at least to communicate, to greet somebody, because this is what helped me. I have said many times here that I am sharing my knowledge. And because I went through this, that's why I'm sharing my experience. You now get what I'm trying to say, right? Excellent. Any country you find yourself in Europe, first of all, find yourself there. Make sure you are legal. Make sure you are legal. Because if you are legal and later on you see that this is not where I want to be, the currency in that country must be powerful than that of your country. Of course, not like the Turkey, which their currency is very weak. Even in that Turkey, I worked in Turkey. By then, the currency was good. Yes. Those of you who started following my YouTube channel from the onset, let me say from 2020 when I started, you know my story. If you started watching me since 2020, you know my story. Those who did not start watching me from 2020 will not know, because most of those videos I was doing from my maybe where I am or how I immigrated to that, you understand. But if you want, just check again. I have said there is no country in Europe where you cannot work. Okay, don't listen to people. Some people who do not have these means, who do not want to do all these things, they will discourage you. I have people, I know them. They always say it. I don't want to migrate, but if you have your means to migrate, do it. It is now a personal choice. Stop listening to fake videos telling you that, oh, don't go there. Oh, don't go there. If you keep doing this, you will remain on the same position. I'm telling you this as facts. If I was like you, listening from people, I wouldn't have been doing YouTube today. I have over 44,000 followers today, going to 45,000 on YouTube. After how many years? 3 years. I started 2020 during the corona pandemic. If I was listening from people, I would be on the same position. Remember, this thing is mentally. If you have your money and you think you are good to go, jackpot, bro. Don't look behind. Jackpot with immediate effect.